What's up? We're back with Wallstreet and Web3. I am Frame, and that serene stepper over there is HHTrader. Back with episode 6. Another exciting week of trading behind us. Another exciting week of the markets coming up. Looks like we're hitting that Santa Claus rally. Things are already starting to rebound. A lot of news this week as well. The Feds cut rates, didn't they?
Yeah, they cut rates, and there was a lot of excitement at first. And this week was one of those where it was like I was expecting the tech stocks, the Magnificent 10, to really be doing well after the rate cuts. But what happened to Oracle? Oracle made a $300 billion bet on OpenAI and ChatGPT, and they got, now we already saw ChatGPT do the red alert last week. They were like, hey, we're falling behind XYZ. People dumped Oracle this week. And so with it being such a heavy hitter in there, all the other tech stocks went down behind NVIDIA. All of them took some hits, people just ripping out profits. So if you were a late buyer on any of these moves, thinking that AI was just going to keep going up, you got punished. Especially into the end of this week, the overall market was just dumping. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, it is raining and it is pouring. Let me see what I can find that's not doing that.
Yeah, and there was a little sector rotation into I think a little surprising sector for a lot of traders.
Mm-hmm.
A big pivot of money into the cannabis industry. Because we had Trump announce that he was going to try to knock marijuana down from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, which is a huge deal. It opens up banks, it opens up everything. There's a lot of companies already on the stock market that, if it was to go to Schedule 3, would seriously make them all of a sudden very successful companies. Because basically, like, if like the debt they have now is debt that is not easy debt to deal with. They can't deal with banks and things like that. If they all of a sudden can do normal business like all the other businesses in the world, then their debts is going to change dramatically. Their operations, everything are going to change dramatically.
Yeah, I saw when I saw it on Friday, I just saw volume pouring into it, and so I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And I looked around, but the stocks that I was looking on, I saw like some penny stocks that were moving. Yeah. And I saw and I'm like, what's going on? Now, I rarely ever buy penny stocks, but on Friday I was like, something's going on here. I saw 300. Well, I saw almost one, the stock that I traded, I think it was YBCD. Yeah. It was almost 100 million shares out of pre-market. And I was like, but it didn't have a clear catalyst, because the catalyst was on Tilray, or the visible catalyst was like on Tilray or one of the other CGC or something like that. Yeah. And I was looking, I was like, what's going on? And then I saw Tilray pop up, and I said, that's cannabis too. But I knew it was cannabis because I looked at the profile and saw cannabis. And then I saw CGC pop up, and I was like, what's going on? And then I saw Acon pop up, which is another cannabis. I was like, all right, let's just rock out with this. And so I just picked the low float that was following the trend. It was at 90 cents, and I was buying at 90 cents and got a nice little ride. I didn't ride the whole thing. It went up to $1.35. I literally was selling around $1.10. So literally a 10-cent move, but I had some pretty big size because I was trading that low. Those low price of 90 cents, I could buy a lot of shares. So yeah, it was a pretty nice day for me. And this month has just been great in the small caps. I ain't even gonna lie. I've taken 6 trades. All of them are green. I'm 100%. I'm just looking for catalysts, and these catalysts, they make sense. This one, like, that's why I usually don't touch the penny stocks, is because they don't make sense. It's like, oh yeah, this CEO just stepped down and a new CEO popped up, and I'm like, that makes no sense. But when a whole sector is moving, I'm like, wait a minute, this is different. And then Tilray is like, I think it's like around $60 or something. I knew something was up when I saw a big mover like that. Like, nah, we got to catch this one.
Yep, all the money was moving in to that one sector. Now, which one did you trade? Oh, you say you traded. You didn't trade Tilray. You traded the YCBN.
Yeah. It was a low float. It was a micro float, and I was like, if I see a sector moving, I'm going to probably
YCBD, not N. I'll put an N on there for no reason. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if I see a sector moving, I'm usually going to start from the bottom with the micro floats, because they usually give the biggest moves, and then work my way up. So if there was no micro float, but there was some with a little higher float, I probably would have traded that. So I just trade the thing with the most possible explosion.
Yeah, said there was 264 million shares traded on YCBD,
and I was some of them.
It ran 93%, which is a really nice move, especially for a cannabis stock.
Yep.
But yeah, the rumor is this Monday, that Trump is going to sign the executive order to deschedule it. That's good. If he does, even if he doesn't, I say this hype is going to remain into the Monday, and probably, I mean, in reality, the cannabis sector has been around for a long time now at this point. These Tilray, Canopy Grove, Aurora, all of them have been around, but they haven't really been hot in a long time, like that sector as a whole. So I think it's about time we see this sector pick up again. Now, if Trump doesn't do the descheduling, then it could die off right again, because this is the most important thing. That catalyst is a huge catalyst. It changes the whole marijuana industry.
Yeah, my kind of cycle for the trading, all of these cycles, AI and all of this, I usually get an initial move on micro floats. So the news pops and micro floats go crazy. Then it works its way up to large caps, and then it's a trickle down effect of value. So large caps come in, Tilray and all of this, and then it comes back to small caps. I'm like, all right, here I go. Let's go get it.
Yeah. We got a lot of analysis on weed stocks over the years. Oh man. So let's see. Oh wow. Yeah. So that YCBD, it didn't get over $1, right, on Friday?
Yeah, it got over $1.
Oh,
it was at 90 cents. I was buying at 90 cents and went to $1.35.
Okay. I'm gonna say, if it didn't break that $1,
that's why I was mad. I was selling around $1.10. I had 20 cents.
Still a good trade.
Yeah.
Still a good trade.
Yeah, I had a couple thousand shares.
So some of the companies that were traded by the big money, the larger companies, was SNDL. And actually, it's only a $2 stock, but there was a lot of money that moved into here. But it's a favorite because they have zero debt and a massive cash pile. So this major news for them, they're positioned already, greatly positioned.
Yeah.
So that's one to keep on watching. Of course, Aurora Cannabis. It's more of just like a popular play for the cannabis game, because that's a Canadian play. And they just been around a long time. And then we got OGI, and this is backed by British American Tobacco, and it's only $1, $2. Then we have a few others that are selling, supplies to grow the plants, all that. Green Lane Holdings, GNLN. They have had financial struggles, so it's not like an investment play. It's just it's a day trade. Leafly Holdings, which is LFLY. It's a tech play in the cannabis, but one of my favorite plays is IIPR. And IIPR is a REIT. Land is always number one, and a REIT, real estate investment trust, that only deals with cannabis companies. They've been around a long time, paying a very nice dividend, high dividend yield, very profitable. And with this new descheduling, with all the companies being able to open up and use banks, well, now IIPR has no worries about anybody defaulting on their rent payments every month.
Yeah. I guess another thing that I was seeing with some of these cannabis stocks, it wasn't just American-based companies, but YC, the one that I traded, was out of North Carolina, so I felt a little bit safer. And because when you buy a penny stock and it's like Israeli or like from Australia, it's like, but this is an American penny stock, and this is Trump is doing this signing, and I'm thinking U.S. cannabis, boom, boom, boom. So that's the kind of the vein I went into.
Yeah, and that's the smart play. That's what I said. Aurora Cannabis, while it is always a warm cannabis stock in this industry, it's a Canadian company. And I think you're right. Focus on the American companies, because the American companies are going to benefit the most.
Yep.
And there's plenty of them. Plenty of them.
Another thing that I saw was that we've been looking at this whole AI thing and going back and forth and seeing the fallout of Oracle getting punched in the mouth. And one of the things that I saw was Trump was signing an order to block states from enforcing their own AI rules. And I think that it is a pretty good idea, because if a state can enforce rules on AI, they can restrict or they can allow access to whatever they want, state basis. So imagine some of these states that are super duper loose with their ideals, and they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna eliminate all of these ideas from our state. And then you go there and you try to use it and you're restricted. You're like, wait a minute, I can't get to this access. I can't get these answers. I can't get. I think it's a good thing.
I think you're right on that. We're too early in AI to be throwing regulations around that serious at the moment. States don't need to be jumping to conclusions, because half these politicians don't even understand. I mean, some of them are so old. you know they're not using AI. I mean, they're not.
Well, I think Trump does. I think Trump is one that, because the way he uses Twitter.
Yeah. Trump probably, yeah. But like Nancy Pelosi, man, come on. She hates people who she sees outside playing Pokemon Go. There's no way she's using AI.
Top prompt for AI: how to live 5 years longer.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably have scientists using AI for figuring out the fountain of youth, but yeah, them personally, nah.
Yeah, they don't even know. I don't think it's accurate enough though, because even when I'm doing like some coding, some math, some things, it's just not right. Like it'll give, and even doing stock research or analysis. I was looking at one ETF and it was like, yeah, this ETF is $75. I go look at the ETF, it's $28.
Yeah, you still gotta fact check the AI.
Like, nah, bro. And then when I said, hey, that's wrong, it's $28. It was like, no, what we have is $75. I'm like, okay, all right, it is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna buy it,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're too early on in AI yet to be making those type of crazy decisions. Yeah, gotta let things play out a little bit more. We gotta learn more about how it's gonna change all of our lives and everyday stuff. Yeah, it is.
And even the compliance and the protocols that they have out for AI when it comes to company protection and all of that, they have paid AI services like Copilot, all of these licenses. But when people start to see, wait a minute, this information is still not right. I'm paying for this service. I think it's whoever gets the most accurate AI is going to end up being the most, and that's what I want to look out for. I want to see who's going to be the most. Is it going to be Google with Gemini? Because all of these data sets, all of this data coming in, and you're still getting incomplete data or incorrect data. It's like all these people collecting all of this. I know I send my data in and I make money off my data, so I know they got some data. And I'm just, I don't know.
Well, that is why I say Google, because Google. Hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on so you're ready for a new episode every Sunday. Number one has all the data. They have more data than anybody to feed into their AI. They have everybody's data. Everybody's got a Gmail. Everybody's got some form of Google something. You're on YouTube, you're using Google.
Yep.
So they have all the data. That's one of the reasons why I'm saying it's going to be Google. It's going to be Gemini. But more so than that, Google also has the TPU chips that's making the industry excited. So it's not that Google is building one little thing. It's clearly that Google is building probably full-on AI robots, new computer chips, getting the strongest actual AI. All they got to do is just have a skeleton now.
Yeah.
You make a robot body and throw those chips and that AI in there, and you got one hell of a robot.
Yeah. And I think that's going to cause a flood, even with the fears of trying to pick the best or the number one AI. People have been backing out of that, like we saw with these tech stocks that fail. And I think they're going to be going into more of the infrastructure of AI because there's more certainty there. Like, hey, if they build a data center, well, and AI doesn't work out, but they still got the data center. It's still the infrastructure there. So I think people are going to start getting off of the hype of AI and looking more of long-term value and what's actually is going to hold it up. And that's why, in the job market, a lot of people, when AI was coming out, they were like, oh yeah, network engineers, y'all are going to be suffering. And system administrators, I'm like, you sure about that? And so we hold up the infrastructure, the servers, the all of the cabling, all of everything. And I'm like, you do know I could just pull a plug and all that goes down, right? Right. And so for them to try to even trying to program AI to do the jobs as far as those technical jobs, you can't really do it because, or it's going to be very hard to do it because of how personal we get with our clients. Like a client, any kind of, oh, well, I don't like this running here, and we just make the adjustment. With AI, it's like, okay, this thing needs to learn a whole new protocol to complete this task, a whole new set of, and we could just easily do it. We just turn a curve. Done. AI is like, what's a curve? How do I do that one?
Even the AI robots are having problems walking up hills and stairs or downstairs. A lot of them falling as soon as they start going downstairs, which is hilarious.
Yeah, but I think that I'm going to be looking into infrastructure and also into energy, green energy as well. Because with all of this, cannabis and all of this, we're getting more to the natural side. And I'm like, I wonder, is everything going green? So I'm looking around trying to see, hey, I know they had the nuclear talks and all of that, but it's been a while since we've heard, green energy. And I know a lot of when Trump got in, he's not big on green energy. He's more like an oil guy. But this whole time, green energy has been dead. And it's like premium buying prices if you're gonna do anything with them, because they just been not the volume hasn't been there. So I'm like, okay, let me see about this.
Yeah, I'm curious what green energy plays that pay out dividends would be. I haven't looked at those plays in a while.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of penny stocks in the green energy, a lot of low floats that are good for day trading.
Yeah, but there's some big ones that took falls when President Trump won. They just dumped, and so they're still down there. And I think that they may just start kind of vibing back up to the upside as we get to all of this, because there's no way. I'm just thinking about the impact of energy. Like, you got to clean this thing up, or we're gonna be looking like those Asian countries with all the smog around the data center. It's like, oh boy, look at every time you turn it on, it's another little baby dying. But yeah,
the smog is killing babies in China from the data centers. Is crazy. That's probably real. I don't know how that works.
Nah, but it's more like the runoff from all of these structures. You know, things have to be replaced. All of the batteries go bad. You know, you have to find somewhere to dispose of these things. You can't just go and take a CPU and throw it out in the forest and be like, good luck. You know, all this stuff needs to be broken down. Old monitors, hard drives, everything. All these little silicons and all these coolants they have. No, those aren't backyard dumps.
You sure, man? I think I know a few people in the mountains here who's got a backyard full of computers and screens and old TVs and stuff.
I mean, it's possible to do.
Probably not safe though.
Yeah, they'll be around for a long time. The kids fall back there and get cut by something from 1980 when computers started.
And they get cut by an Atari. Oh, half an Atari is slaying there. I want to play the game. It cut me.
Yeah, man. There's reasons, there's protocols out here, but I think that it's good that all those protocols are in place because recycling is the only way forward. You can't, like, you can't dump in space, you can't dump in volcanoes, you can't dump in the ocean.
Why can't we dump in volcanoes? Why haven't we tried that? If we tried that,
do you know what happens when volcanoes erupt?
Yeah,
all that stuff comes back out. Or let's say that this you dump in the volcano and I mean that's the main thing, that it'll come back out. I just don't think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be good because it's not going to fully melt those because everything in there isn't just strictly the type of metal that is meltable. Some things got these high boiling points, high, and they'll just be sitting there, and then as soon as an eruption comes, you're sitting there with a new PlayStation on the top of your house.
PlayStation melting on your house.
So it's a reason why. And plus, if we were to dump into the volcanoes, you understand the amount of people the people that we call tree huggers would come out of the woodwork, sliding out of all blocks of wood and trees and holes, and
throw them in too. We need to recycle. We need depopulation. Bill Gates, man.
No, all those fumes and stuff hitting that fire. And imagine, like, you dump all that stuff and all of the electronics are melting. Imagine the fumes coming down the mountain to like those valley cities and stuff. And, bruh, everybody be walking sideways.
I guess recycling through volcanoes is not a good option.
But the ocean isn't either, because we don't want to beef with those Atlanteans down there. Nah, man, you can't. They come up here and murk us.
Atlanteans, aliens, whatever's down there. We don't need to. There's already crazy giant fish that are killers, not just sharks, but all types of fish down there. You had some nuclear waste to them sharks, so we really got problems. We don't need to be doing all that. It's not a good option either. But you're right. These stocks are down because it's an overreaction to Trump saying we're going to drill, baby, drill. But he never said he was against renewable energy. He just said we need to be drilling at the same time. We need oil as well. So that was a clear market overreaction. And you're right. At some point, everybody's going to start thinking the same thing. These prices have been too low for too long. So that's another little sector to watch. And the more growing of, just energy in general, like you said, we need more energy. It's never enough energy.
I saw Mexico put they approved a 50% tariff on China. So I guess they're trying to get into the good graces of the U.S. for sure. They're like, we're against them too. But I mean, it makes sense.
Mexico's mad at China. Because think about it. Used to things started to be made in Mexico. It was getting a lot of things made in Mexico. China took all the business. It was like, man, come on, we gotta be that backbone for the U.S., not China.
Actually, now that you say that used to be a real thing. I used to see Made in Mexico all the time, and now all of our China, I guess China is from China, so but all of our like hats and stuff like that, I used to see that. I just don't see it no more.
Nah, everything made in China now. Yeah, it's about time Mexico's like, nah, it's enough of this.
Yeah, bring back. Make Mexico great again.
Yeah, make Mexico great again. Build the wall, keep them down there so they can build their own economy. Replace, take out China.
I mean, and the thing is about Mexico, it's not that they don't have like the land and all of that. Their land is beautiful. They're
yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of good stuff down there. It's just like the cartels, like that's like the thing that even in Africa. If you think about the warlords, that's the only thing that like they have all these minerals and resources, but they got these dudes out here that's like, yeah, this is my land. And it's like, if that's the only thing holding you back, I'm just like, I understand where, at the beginning when they were doing the initial deportations where they got into gunfights with the cartels and stuff like that. It's like, bro, I mean, if that's the only thing that's keeping you out, and I know it's a lot of cartels, and I know it's a lot of people like that are, on the down low, they got their family members and all that, but it's like, bro, if y'all could just clean that up, y'all have a beautiful country, like super beautiful country, and it will probably make people flood there, like Dubai, it'll be like a hilly, mountainous Dubai.
Yeah. I'd say it'd be prettier than Dubai because South America, Mexico, it's all beautiful down there. The women are beautiful. The landscapes are beautiful. It's just like I've thought many times I might move to South America at some point in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's some stock companies too to be on the lookout that are coming up in South America. Brazilian companies, Argentina companies, like their economies are getting slowly better.
Yeah.
As they're getting, I think a lot of the cartel stuff is dwindling down, at least maybe the chaotic cartel stuff. They're more strategic now and playing the game behind the scenes instead of, trying to.
And I think as our infrastructure, U.S. infrastructure, people continue to visit the U.S. and see how we do things, especially when it comes to security. We got cameras everywhere. Like you can't go nowhere with. I mean, unless you're in the deep country, there's gonna be a camera. You in the city, you're gonna get seen by somebody. And so as our infrastructure trickles down, even not just cameras, but plumbing. You go to other countries and their plumbing is totally different. They build houses totally different. And I don't mean that it's going to be like a one world, like, oh, this is the best way to do it. But I think that using other people's knowledge about how they're building and how they're moving up can definitely move a third world country or country up the ladder, up the scale, and be able to really, stop depending so much on outside forces. And we can actually, each country can be its own, like have its own like golden nuggets that they contribute to human society.
Yeah, we're getting somewhere close to like that. I think it's coming with all the AI updates and everything, but yeah, man, America's America.
Yeah.
But before we go, we gotta talk about this federal rate, the feds cutting rates again, and Powell saying there should maybe 2 more rate cuts early in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really looks like the feds are reversing hard on their previously really tight policies. Like that money printer is about to explode.
Yeah. I think it's a twofold thing because I've been seeing like bonds drop through the floor. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to drop even more. There's a stock that I was looking at called GHI. It was at like $24 and it dropped down to $6, but it's like bonds. And and it pays dividends. So $6, whatever. But what I've been seeing with these rate cuts, I'm thinking about what's all going to be happening in January. He's talking about the early part of January. We got this whole health thing coming up, healthcare and all of this. Are they going to get rid of Obamacare? And how are the rate cuts going to affect? Because if they get rid of Obamacare, of course, prices are going to be up, and employers won't be on the hook for not providing healthcare. And so I'm wondering, how is this going to make people more independent away from the healthcare system? Because right now they were spending federally they were spending $80 billion to hold up Obamacare. So
yeah, that's a crazy amount of money.
So if that gets cut, people are going to have to become more independent. A lot of times we say, hey, less government, less government, less government, but people are going to actually have to learn skills, build businesses, do things in their community, be more community focused, especially with local farmers, local businesses, small businesses. If the government is pulling back and saying, hey, this 80 billion, we need to get out of this debt, let the government get out of debt and let the people be independent, are people going to be willing to pick up those shovels and axes and go to work? Because that's a lot of money that's getting, like, it's just walking back.
Yeah, I don't know. It gets to a weird point when you add in AI and robots, because a lot of jobs being replaced.
Yeah.
So, like you're saying, probably focus locally on like preserving, saving farms around you and things like that. Well, because a lot of, like, I don't know. Have you seen have you been to any drive-throughs where it's the AI now? They don't have a person at the ordering screen. It's just the AI that takes your order.
Oh no, I haven't.
Yeah. There's a Bojangles up the road. They got a full AI drive-through. Just ask you all the questions of everything you want, and got my order completely right too. So
you didn't even have to fight with them. That's crazy.
No, didn't have to fight with it at all. It was nice and easy and smooth.
And I think this is going to open up, like I was saying, people being more independent. The only way that you can be independent is create something that either is super creative. When you look at some of the European countries and how they still have their art and how they have those beautiful churches and things like this, if the government pulls back, people get more creative on making money. And America may get even more beautiful, more creative, and have more art and more artistic detail in the things that they have with the government pulling back. Because as the government provides everything, it's almost like, here's the base structure, here's the most efficient way, do it this way, because this hopefully is not going to put us deeper into debt. But when people get independent, they're making their own money, people come to them for their services, it's like, okay, well, the government can pull back, I'm still good, my community's got me. And we've gotten so far away from that. Like, can you actually, I think about people working in these high salary positions, $300,000, $500,000. And could those people that are making that amount of money pull back and say, my community's got me? No, their companies got them. Their community does not have them. Their companies got them by the old Bojangles, So, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be, I mean, you're right. These people's going to have to get more active out here.
Yeah. They always tell me they're trying to be in these streets. Come on out here. Let's see what you do on this concrete. This cement.
Yeah, the world is changing. So people, you're going to have to change with it. That's just all there is to it. You either make some changes or you get left behind.
Yep.
You gotta use the AI. If you ain't using AI out there, use it. But fact check it.
Yeah, fact check it for sure. You'd be like, oh yeah, you can cut your throat. You ain't gonna die.
What? Yeah. No, there's no. Just think about Google Maps or any of the map softwares. You get to going down a road and don't even know there's a roadblock or like half the road's missing. Sometimes it don't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So don't trust the AI yet. Don't trust it. Well, actually, never.
I don't think ever. Yeah.
Never trust
it. You need to do your due diligence, and because that's like, if I woke up in the morning to day trade and I popped in the tickers in the AI and I was like, AI, what's going on with this company? But the AI hasn't updated the news. It's like, well, this. like you can't depend on that. You need to use your own eyes, form your own conclusions. Don't get an echo chamber. And the AI can be an echo chamber. It can give you exactly what you want and not what you need.
100%. It can be a dangerous echo chamber, a rabbit hole that can put you in a psychosis.
Yep.
Make you think some stuff is real that ain't real. You don't even need no drugs. It's got some dangers, but you got to use AI like a tool, like you would any other tool, and not as a crutch.
Yep.
Use AI as a hammer, not as a crutch when you break your leg to hold you up. You don't want to use AI that way.
Yeah.
Use it as a tool.
And you actually learn more. You learn more when you do. It does give you something inaccurate or whatever. You learn that, oh, this is the truth. This is what truth looks like. Because, I mean, I just use it like a homework assignment. I'm like, okay, well, it said this. Let me go and really deep dive and fact check this. Because until they get to the point where they have, like, it's integral with our brains, where it's connected to us, like Elon's little thing on the top of the head, and we can just ask it in our head. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
That's coming, Starlink.
That Neuralink.
Neuralink, that's what it is. Yeah.
Be sitting on top of your head, you be getting all kind of vibes. You're like, oh, you're not in the mood? We're about to make you in the mood. Yeah. Oh, you sad, depressed? Don't worry about it. We got some electrodes for that.
We got some electrodes right straight through your brain. Right straight to that medulla.
Addicted to coffee? Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. Yeah, man. That's gonna all tie into social credit scores and stuff.
Yeah.
You do something bad, they're gonna just shock you with some bad electrodes, some negative ions in the brain. It'll be like a brain freeze, but like you ate too much ice cream every time you do something bad.
I think people are gonna stay away from the Neuralink. It's too much information. It's too much information. And I actually saw a different a guy it was some company that had a ring that monitors like your health and but it's like a ring. It looks like a wedding ring, but it monitors like health and O2 and all this stuff, looking for heart attacks and all this stuff. And I'm like, all these monitoring services for biologics, I just hope they don't get too entangled with the job workplace. Because I mean, if you got to go to the restroom and they're monitoring you in the restroom, like, all right, well, he's been in there for 20 minutes and you're in there, you really needed to go. And they're like, nah, bruh, we don't know they probably do know what you were doing in there. If they were monitoring your whole body, they're like, yeah, you got 3 pounds lighter. Good job, 3
pounds lighter. We saw you was watching the Joe Rogan podcast on your phone while you lost that 3 pounds. We know you set an alarm later for your iguana. Feed it its kratom pills.
Right. I hate micromanaging. Let me go and be creative.
Yeah,
don't be standing over me.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be a lot of that coming too. Maybe
might be a robot standing in the restroom with you. Sir, you've been in here for 20 minutes. Do you need help?
I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna tell that robot, come on, come on here, robot, pull it out for me. I ain't gotta get my hand dirty at all. I just ain't gotta wash my hands at all now. Let the robot do all that.
Robot be completely disrespectful.
Better not have cold hands. Better have a little warming function.
Hand warmers.
Yeah,
you know how creepy that'll be. You're walking into a restroom and robot is sitting there with his hands in his pockets, like, hello, sir.
Yeah, pulls his hands out. They're a little bit red from how warm they are.
Steaming. Little vapors coming off of them.
Nah, man, this ain't good, man. I don't know. I don't like this world we're going towards. So don't want the robots in the bathroom like that, but they will be. They probably will be. And you know what? The robots will be the toilet itself and the washing and everything.
Probably so. I mean, you do it all at once.
Yeah. That's.
Or it just becomes like a car wash. You stand on this thing and you go through and you just
let it all out.
Yeah, it puts you like you start standing and then it puts you in a squat position and then before you go in, you choose what you want to do. So it's got 1, 2, 3. or 4. So it's got 1, little light excrements. Number 2, light excrement with a little bit of, the brown buttery stuff. And then like number 3 is like, hey, yo, something bad is happening. Get ready. Number 4 is like straight up diarrhea.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Just hold your arms up, just let everything go.
But I think that life is we got to create some difficulty in life, because as it gets easier and easier, the things that we used to value have just disappeared. So it's like people just don't see a need for this stuff. Like why connect with other people? Why do this when I have all of these services? But if everything goes down, all power goes down, power grid goes, just like in Ukraine, Russia just attacked their power grid, and so a couple houses are out. What do you do in that situation where life has gotten so easy and you don't have the skill set to even wipe yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like you doing a 20% job down there. It's like, what are we doing? You gotta be able to take care of yourself when everything does go down. And I don't think people are going to be in that position if life keeps getting easier.
No, man.
I think, you know what? That's what school is probably going to be. Survival, like a survival school. Like come here, learn how to survive, and then go out into the world.
It should be. The OnlyFans models, if the internet goes down, are finished, man.
I don't think so.
They would be finished online. They wouldn't be able to do
online, yeah.
They'd have,
but I mean, they're scarred. They're scarred into the minds of so many people. All they gotta do is walk down the street.
Yes, I was about to say they're gonna go door to door, dropping off photos, actual black and white photos from a camera, old Kodak.
Yeah, I don't think, because prostitution is one of the oldest industries. Before phones, before anything, there was prostitution, and it doesn't matter what community side. The internet just made the community bigger. If it shrinks, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be effective no matter what the community size. We've seen that throughout history.
Is OnlyFans prostitution though?
Yeah.
Is it? They're not.
Well, not all of OnlyFans. They do have other creators on there, but those folks.
I'm just saying the OnlyFans models, the girls and stuff. Is that really prostitution? They're not really doing anything, just selling pictures and stuff.
No, they're not selling pictures. They're selling access to their bodies, which is the same thing as pretty much selling your virginity. Because think about it, if somebody's trying to marry you and you giving access to all these other people of your body, it's like, it was just photos, it was just foot pics, it was just blah blah, my kneecaps and all this. It's like, all right,
my kneecaps.
Yeah, so it's like you giving access is the main thing. Like I know some religions, they be like, nah, man, as long as the hymens together, we're cool. But it's more about access. When you go back into how people protected their ladies and kept them away from different things and different exposures, it was access. That's the main thing. That's the main issue in society now. People have so much access to people that they have no reason or no. It's like, why? Why should I be receiving a call in America from someone that is in Kenya somewhere trying to scam me? It's access.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, appreciate everybody joining us for this week's episode. Make sure you access the Discord by hitting the link in the description below. Go follow Serene Steppa HHTrader, whose name changes every week but still remains HHTrader. Follow him on YouTube for live day trading, and Twitter and everywhere else, Kick, all that good stuff. And follow me everywhere that I'm at. Framework Fortune, y'all know the deal. We'll be back next week with another episode.